Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Whahya TV, where we talk about whatever we want. Well, we are here again, a little bit more prepared than last week. It's a fun Friday. It's Fun Friday, Whahya TV.
Facts.
We have some announcements to make, however, and that is that Whahya TV is no longer on a set schedule. So if you want to get notified about and watch the podcast, you better be following our Twitch or watching on YouTube after the fact.
Or we'll find you.
So, yeah. Or have me as a friend on Snapchat, because I'll post it every week. But other than that, there's nothing new, so we might as well jump into our first topic for today. So, the first topic today is a ginormous cat has found his forever home.
Oh.
Yes. So, they posted an image of this 40-pound cat, right? So this cat is probably double or triple the size of Charlie. He is quadruple the size of a normal cat. A cat should normally weigh 10 pounds. This cat was 40. To put that into perspective,
that's a big
if
cat.
you buy a bag of concrete, they're usually
pounds,
usually 50 pounds.
Well, yeah. Well, if you buy salt that you put in like because my mom's got a well, and so you put the softener. You buy a bag of salt. Those big bags of salt are 40 pounds. Every one of them.
Cool. That's another way to compare. Gravel on their actual bags, they just have like how much square footage. They don't tell you how many pounds it is. They just say, here's 1.5 cubic meters of gravel. Enjoy. I'm like, thanks. Dinner one more week. But this cat is ginormous. They posted a picture of him on social media. He blew up, and very shortly after that post, he was adopted from the Humane Society or whatever it was.
Let me see a picture of this cat.
But his name is Patches, and to be exact, he weighs 40.3 pounds, which if you're British and dumb, if you're British, 18.3 kilograms. And like I said earlier, most cats should weigh 10 pounds or 4.5 kilograms.
This cat's got the shoulders.
Yes,
of a human.
He's very large.
This
one?
Yes,
he's very large. But there was a picture that I saw of someone holding him, and like his whole belly, it just hangs. And you can tell she's like actually using effort to hold this cat.
This one, probably.
Yes. And look, he's not even like helping you. So he's just dead weight. You know he's dead weight. So like he's sitting there all 40 pounds just like...
He actually looks kind of upset about it.
Like rolling. Yeah, but he doesn't look angry about it, I don't think. But, yeah.
Jesus. I thought you just died if you got this fat.
Yeah. Most cats will, but cats just kind of live. They do their own thing. They don't really care.
He probably got put up for adoption because no one could feed this monster.
Yeah.
He probably
like one of those big bags. Not like big bags, but like we're talking one of those 60-pound bags a day for just food.
You walk by and just, hey you, bring me food.
Yeah. That has to be. So, our second topic for today. I saw this article from Arkansas Gaming and Fishing Department on Facebook today, and I thought it would be a wonderful addition.
Oh, who joined?
So, this was exactly 2 days ago in Arkansas. Bridget Watkins, 43. She's 43 years old. of Summit, Arkansas, who allegedly took fawns, like deer,
Yeah.
baby fawns, into her home and raised the deer with the intentions of training them to attack hunters. She was arrested on Friday. At the time of the arrest, Watkins, I can't say this on YouTube or Twitch, so you have to kind of read between the lines on what I say here. She was in possession of several, good amount of the blue stuff, and 4 deer, and many stolen and broken electronics. So, you're like, okay, well, she had these deer. How did anyone find out? Well, there was attention drawn to her because she started giving the blue stuff to the deer. And the deer were caught rummaging through people's garages and back porches. They were taking electronics. These blued up deer were stealing electronics and bringing them back to this woman's house and giving them to her. And basically, one of the homeowners saw one of the deer taking their electronics, and instead of being like, "Rah!" the homeowner started following the deer. And the deer took him back to the residence of this woman, where, by the way, this is already strange enough, right? He gets there and finds the woman only wearing a duct tape bikini, disassembling a radio clock that one of the other deer had stolen. Charges are pending further investigation.
So how do you charge this though? So
I would
this
say
woman.
possession of,
Okay, yeah.
of all of it. So probably looking at a pretty hefty misdemeanor
So,
there.
but in that case, right? If we're talking about theft, right?
Animal abuse times 4.
Yes.
And then I would say probably petty theft.
Okay, but
But for like 32.
how do you charge the theft if the deer are doing it of their own accord? She somehow seems to brainwash these deer, correct?
I guess. But think of it this
And
way.
the deer just turn into my dad.
Yeah. Think of it this way. If you, like, tell your kid, like,
Yeah.
listen, right? You tell your kid, you look at him and you say, go in that store and I want you to take a candy bar and I want you to walk out the door, right? Now, let's say they catch them. They're not going to look at the kid and be like, well, at first, they're going to look at the kid and be like, hey, why'd you steal? And we're going to call the cops on you. Let's say they're like, in the age range of like 8 to 10, We're going to like call the cops, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, my mom told me to do it. They're not going to arrest the kid for theft. They're going to arrest the mom.
I think they're going to believe the kid.
Well, if the mom confesses to it. We're assuming everything goes perfect.
Well, there you go.
But,
yeah.
but they're not going to arrest the kid for theft.
No,
they're going to arrest the woman who told her son, because her son didn't know any better. Just like these deer didn't know any better. But definitely like at least 4 counts of animal abuse.
This is like some South Park shit.
Yeah, it definitely South Park vibes. It gives off those types of.
I think it would have all been fine if it wasn't for the duct tape bikini.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
that's not a criminal charge, unfortunately.
yeah, but I feel like she would have been a master genius villain if it wasn't for the duct tape bikini.
Yeah.
Unless it's her
Well-
super villain outfit.
Well, she gave out all this blue stuff, right?
Yeah.
She had to be doing it herself too. So she wasn't in the right state of mind. I don't think she was wearing the duct tape bikini as a fashion statement. I think she was wearing it because she was so messed up in the head that she thought it was real clothing. I don't know.
That's a lot of blue stuff.
Yeah. I mean several G's. That is a good amount of that. Because you don't need a whole lot to, have a good time. I guess not a good time. We probably shouldn't talk.
I feel
about.
bad for these deer.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, like the best part is they can even say in the article that she took them when they were babies and then raised them to do this. Like
you have to give her some credit, I think.
I mean, you definitely do. Like this, I mean, she's like super dumb, but at the same time, this is hilarious, and this is just
I swear
amazing.
She's just sitting there in the cop car going, and I would have gotten away with it too.
I was just about to say that. If it wasn't for that meddling homeowner who decided to follow the deer instead of like shooting it or trying to get it.
I just imagined. So I imagined this in like a cartoon format where this like full-grown deer standing upright walks in and is just like, hey, grabs the TV, unplugs it, and walks out.
I don't think they were stealing that type of electronics. I think it was like in the article. It was a clock.
It was a clock.
Yeah, like a radio. You know, one of those little alarm clocks. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but you don't find those outside.
They were on back porches too. I mean, it's Arkansas. They were probably.
Their house is probably outside.
I was gonna say. Well, what I was gonna say is, we do it. We open the windows. Some people, if they have an actual home, and they live like in the country or something, they'll open their doors instead of opening their windows. People just open their doors sometimes. So what if, someone's sitting there just minding their own business, their door's open, and then this deer, while they're sitting there taking a nap on their back porch, the deer just walks in and grabs the alarm clock and just bolts, takes off, finds the first shiny thing it can see, and just runs off.
And she's like, she's like, yes, and now I will make weapons for you.
I don't know what she was, I bet she was trying to sell it.
That's some evil genius shit. She had to have been planning to take over the world.
Yeah, with a chip from an alarm clock.
Yes.
That is programmed to only tell time.
She's not smart. We already came up with that.
I guess so. Yeah.
She's like, if I put the Quantops Fluxator.
Well, I mean, I think this is more of the introverted kids did this more than the extroverted. But when you were a kid and you had like a toy or something, you wanted to take it apart or break it so you could see what's inside. Or taking apart stupid stuff and trying to put it together with new stuff. I bet she was trying to do something like that where she would take the chip from the alarm clock and put the copper wire on this part and let's see if it does something, something like that. But
I think she was trying to make put bombs on the deer.
That could be too. I don't know.
Deer walks into your house and just goes,
Yeah, but I thought that was interesting. I thought that was a good story to start with. I left my water over here.
But with that too, the electronics wouldn't be strong enough to do anything, so it'd just blow the deer up. It'd just be traumatic for whoever the deer walked in on.
Yeah, with one of their arms or one of their legs just hanging off their shoulder because it didn't do its job properly. So it's just walking in with 3 legs,
Jesus.
like a zombie deer.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Grabs the alarm clock, walks out, ready for the next one.
Yeah. Well, now it's time to transition into a favorite. Well, not really a favorite. We're yeah.
We're legally obligated to say favorite.
What I'm gonna say is, whenever the season 2 ends, I think we might possibly cut Steamy Time and replace it.
I don't even have a story.
So enjoy it while you can, because it is time for Steamy Time with Light the Love Candle. Steamy Time. Light the Love Candle. Alright, I have to find the lighter that I literally put here before the show. Now I can't find.
Did you know Cool Math?
Eric probably took it.
Did you know Cool Math Games is a cool app? Now you can play cool math games on your phone now.
Where'd you put that lighter?
Which lighter? The green one?
Whichever one we were using the whole time.
The green one is right there, and the torch is right there.
I want that one. Just. Maybe we'll replace. Maybe we'll replace Steamy Time with try something old. Where we just have a segment where we eat food and rank it.
Let's.
Just like tacos.
Yeah. Oh,
Not even from a restaurant. Just
I'm
like
hungry, so that actually sounds great. That's a.
Well, we're not going to start Steamy Time quite yet because we actually have an update on last week's Steamy Time.
Oh, yeah?
Last week, we talked about the person who sent me a message. And I said, I bet nothing's going to happen after this.
And then.
And then my prediction came true. And she still has not responded. So let's rewind a little bit if you guys have missed last week's episode. A girl that I had a big crush on over the summer doing a musical messaged me on Tinder. And she said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "Yeah, I do. How have you been?" And I have not gotten a response back. And what is up with girls asking you questions, and then you respond, and then they don't say anything?
Girls have cooties. Just saying.
Get off your phone. It's podcast.
I kind of lost where it was.
But this week's Steamy Time will be a different topic. So, Eric, come up with any possible, anytime ever love story. You just have to finish out like 10 weeks.
Okay. Easy. Alright. So, one time, long time ago, right? I was, this is like, we're talking like 11 years old, right? I was playing, Wizard 101 by myself.
Yeah.
And I played Wizard 101 and with this girl online, and it turned out she went to the same elementary school I did, and so we played Wizard 101 together, and then I moved. The end.
Also, you gotta talk louder. You're just whispering right now.
Yeah.
But, Wizard 101 was fun.
Indeed.
I think I played for like 2 weeks when I was a kid. Back like when I was like 8. But I mostly stuck to Toontown.
Yeah.
Toontown and Roblox. I went back and forth. And Pop Tropica. That was a good game too. But now, my turn for a story. Let me quickly think of one. Oh. This button doesn't have anything recorded on it.
Oh, it doesn't?
Apparently. It must have gotten erased. But Steamy Time. So I'm trying to think of like any of my encounters because one time I can't say that story. That would get me in trouble. There was this. I'll tell you like the 2 years before that, 2 years before last week's story. Yeah, So I was doing a different musical, and it was my first ever musical, and it was also my first ever musical with Westerville, and I did The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. And I had already liked The Little Mermaid, but I hadn't, like, experienced the musical before. That was, like, big news. I think I was, like, 13, 14 at the time, something like that. But it was good stuff. I was singing and dancing ensemble, and I was in, like, a select group of guys that were, like, shipmates at the beginning. And we sang, like, you know, the sea songs.
Yeah, the shanties.
Shanties. Sea shanties. So, like, I got to sing in a couple of those and, like, brush the floor while I was doing it. Yeah. I still remember the choreography. It went 1, 2, 1, 2, and that was the whole song. It was pretty great. But anyways, so I met this girl there, and we became friends. And one of my friends, his name was Isaac, and I got to do a couple more musicals with him over the summers. But me and him were friends, and we were friends with the two girls. And I liked this girl, and long story short, like, the whole time it was like, okay. And then I'm always, like, super socially anxious, but, like, anymore, like, it's not bad at all. But it used to be, like, 10 times worse. Like, I had to, like, use all of my courage and might to do anything with, like, to even talk to a female. Like, now it's just pretty much second nature. Like, I just kind of, like, bang. But I guess that's what you get for in the last 4 years being in a relationship for 3.5 of those years of 4 years. So,
Full school and 7 years ago.
So Isaac convinced me to do it, and I went out and I bought one of those $1 flowers at the flower stand, and it was a yellow rose, and all of her friends were in on it, and all of my friends were in on it. So there was, like, because we were, like, you know, a whole friend group. There was probably, like, 10 of us, like, 7 girls and, like, 2 guys, which was kind of crazy. But it was a little nuts. But so we were all in this little gymnasium training room type thing, and they were like, they came up with a plan to get all of them out of the room. So, like, all 8 of them out of the room except for me and her, and it worked. And we were standing there looking at each other, and I look back and I look at the window, like, there's, you know, school doors, they have those doors where it's, like, all wood and then the middle is glass.
Yeah.
Like, the middle rectangle that's, like, this thin. But I look back, and, you know, like Scooby-Doo where their heads are layered on top? That's what it was. It was so funny. But they were layered on top of each other, just watching, peering in the glass. And I was like, I really I can't remember. It was so, what?
You pulled
it
the
was
Riz.
6 years ago now.
You used the Riz.
It was not Riz. It was like, well, you know, I was in frickin' middle school at the time, going into high school, my first year of high school. Yeah. So I was awkward and nerdy, like an 8th grader is. But I was like, I've like, you know, I've really had a you know, great time this summer, you know. Yeah. And like, I was just, you know, like, wondering if I could, like, you know, get your number. And she was like, oh my gosh, yes. Well, after she said yes, she gave me a hug. Yeah. Like, she, like, initiated and, like, hugged me. And I was like, this is crazy, dog. And then, literally, whole ass promposal moment, or, like, engagement moment. Like, the doors, like, slam open, and everyone comes running in screaming, like, woohoo, we were all in on it. And so she gave me her number. And then we talked for like 2 weeks after that, and then never talked to each other again. It was... That was a wild moment. But honestly, I didn't have much of a phone back then.
Yeah.
So I just had like a slide phone that I got access to like 3 times a year. So I couldn't really talk to her. So it was a little sucky. It was kind of my fault. I kind of like, dropped the ball, but it wasn't my fault. But unfortunately, that's how life goes.
The pass was there, the pass was carried, and the ball was fumbled.
Yeah. And now it's time for Eric time with Eric.
Let me tell you a story, all right? So, there was once a guy, right? And this guy was he was pretty cool, and then he did living and stuff, and then he died, because that's what happens. That's the whole story. I didn't really prepare for this, but I never really do. I kind of lose the script every time. Yeah, this is all scripted, by the way. All of it, every moment of it, every time stamp. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't even know what anything is real anymore. I'm just stuck in here. He doesn't let me leave. He locks me in the room, and he occasionally slides Ritz crackers underneath the door.
Accurate.
Sometimes he sprays the cheese whiz on the other side so I can kind of like shove the crackers under, but if I shove them too far, I lose them.
Unfortunately, sometimes he's not capping. Unfortunately, most of the time, I do force him to do this podcast. Like, I came up with the idea for it, and then we had like 8 good weeks.
Yeah.
And then it was like, then we would keep doing it. And then after season 1, we just didn't do it anymore. Neither of us remember. Well, I don't know if you remembered, but you didn't tell me if you remembered. I remembered like a handful of times, and then it just never went through with it. So we were gone for like 4 months, 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then we came back, and then there was another 4-week break because of stuff. And then we come back, and this isn't either of our faults, but we were saying it was going to be Wednesday when it's normally Monday, and then we go to Friday. So it's just been a whole crazy process, but we're still here doing our thing. Our viewers are not here, but
Who met? Is it a bot?
No.
Oh.
It's that Mama Mie-son.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's my mom. That's not.
Yeah.
One of my moms. I have so many moms. All of my moms. My great mom.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest in the whole world.
Sorry.
Well,
Lost it for a second.
Trump is a billionaire, and lots of billion-dollar deals go down every day. But unfortunately, this billion-dollar deal is not going to be going through as of now. As of this week, I think yesterday or the day before, the UK blocked Microsoft's purchase of Blizzard. It would have been a $69 billion deal, but the Competition and Market Authority group in the UK barred the decision. They cited the reason for it being competition and cloud gaming concerns. That was their main priority, and then their secondary was obviously competition between the Blizzard games. But, well, I mean, what do you think?
I think that the government controlling this is outrageous, obviously, but I also think that, like, I get the point of view that they're coming from. It's like monopoly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yes, but it also, like I said, that wasn't their primary concern.
no, it wasn't, and that's their primary concern was the cloud and the how that would, keeping that from people, and certain, being able to control that.
Yeah, I understand it, but at the same time, I don't understand how it's literally a factor at all. Because Blizzard said they would, let PlayStation and Nintendo, if they ever were interested. I don't know if, I think there used to be Call of Duty games on Nintendo.
I think Ghost is on Nintendo.
But yeah, I think one of them is at least. But I think you're right on that. But they said they would do that. So like, I don't understand why cloud gaming is such a big concern.
Because everyone's complaining about. Everyone's like, oh, Microsoft could do this, and just because they can means that it's a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
it doesn't matter that they say they're not going to, but the fact that they can is the problem.
Yes, I get it. But it's just like, I don't know. It's interesting. There to keep you to say the full story. Microsoft is planning to appeal to their appeals division, the CMA. Has an appeal department just like our court does. Our court system, so they can still appeal it, and they are appealing it. They've already appealed, so they're just waiting for the court date and stuff. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, Blizzard wants to sell, Microsoft wants to buy.
So here's the point of like the old Roosevelt trust bust. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why they don't want one corporation to have a bunch of power, right? Is because when one corporation has a bunch of power, right, and then you have like 7 corporations who have all the power, right? That creates an imbalance between government and economics and people, right? And to the point where we go from a democratic nation to a corporate-controlled regime.
First of all, we already are a corporate-controlled regime.
Well, yeah, but they don't want you to know that.
Second of all, they don't care about that.
What do you mean?
They don't care about monopolies. They literally just care about gaming.
Yeah, but that's what it goes with.
That's not a reason that they barred it.
Yeah,
because
the
PlayStation owns like a ton of like solo franchises.
Yeah,
like
but
Spider-Man
but that's different. Those are solo cloud sharing is a technology. And if one company owns that technology over everybody else, it gives them an unfair advantage in the market.
I just don't think that's what they were saying. So let me see. CMA blocks Microsoft buying. So oh yeah, and if the contract doesn't go through by the time, like the certain time that it needs to, Microsoft has to pay $3 billion to Blizzard, which would be an insane amount of money for absolutely nothing happening. So, it's, I don't know, but it's interesting. Do you think they'll win the appeal?
No.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Because it's too big of a deal. It's too big of an issue. I mean, they've canceled stuff for even smaller deals than this.
Yeah, that's true, but appeals is a different set of ears and a different set of procedures. They could present new information, rewrite a contract.
I mean,
they can do a lot of things in this time.
Unless they change and outright say we're going to let everyone else have the equal, rights to cloud, then it's not going to go through.
Well, I thought that's what they have been saying this whole time.
No, they only said, "Oh yeah, you guys get Call of Duty." That's what we're giving you.
Okay. Do you need a small? Okay. Chicken pot pie, lasagna, crumpets, biscuits, and bagels.
Just naming what?
I don't know. I'm just naming random things that come to my mind. Trains, caboose, Fortnite. I am a level 420,284 on Fortnite. I spent my entire life savings on Fortnite. I spent my entire life savings on Roblox. One year I spent $140 on Roblox. when I was a sophomore in high school.
True story.
When I was in high school, I did the math.
You walked up to me and said
Yeah,
that to me.
I did it at lunchtime.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a junior. in high school, and I spent $140 on Roblox.
Dude.
And I did the math. I put all the current. So there's a place on Roblox where if you go to your settings, you can find how much money has moved like in and out of your account. And it was like 14,901 Roblox bought. And so I did it. I put a Roblox to USD converter, and it ended up coming out to like $141. And I was like, wow, I could have spent that money on Fortnite. I'm in your walls. You cannot escape me. The clock is ticking. I am growing nearer every day. I'm in your walls. You can hear my voice. I whisper to you through the walls. But that's why I think McDonald's is the best food brand. It just comes down to their hash browns and their French fries, their potato products. But, you know, it was my birthday yesterday, and it was Eric's birthday like 2 weeks ago. 12 days ago, 13 now, 2 weeks ago. So I should have just stuck with what I said. Anyways, so we're both a redacted age. I don't tell anyone our age anymore because I don't know who can rat on us. for going, never mind. But yeah. And then I also wanted to make a note during Caitlin time, but Eric's obviously back, so I missed it.
No,
But
you can say it.
I'm still
Don't
going
worry.
to.
No, you're not now.
did.
Now you're not. No, I'm just kidding.
But as I have stated, Whahya TV is not really on the schedule anymore. We're going to try to keep it in Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays area. It's going to be Whahya Wednesdays, thinking about Whahya Wednesday, or thinking about Whahya TV, and then Thursdays. Here, let's try this again. Whahya Wednesday, thinking about Whahya TV Thursday, and Fun Day Friday, Whahya TV. Those are our three. There's Charlie. Those are our 3 days. Also, the next set of WWE stuff is going to be coming out soon, probably tomorrow or on Sunday. The podcast episode we did before we had our 4-week break was posted last week. That's up there. And the one from last week, once it's been edited for content, will be up on probably Monday. So, or no, this week's one will be up tonight, probably tonight or tomorrow morning, and then we will also have this week's, so today's, on Monday. Because we don't have to edit anything in this one, hopefully. But
I found a thing. IGN helps me have it to explain things.
yeah,
If Activision Blizzard were added to the Microsoft stable, then the company could easily make Call of Duty and other games like Overwatch and World of Warcraft exclusive to its own cloud gaming services, giving its own cloud platform many major advantages in an emerging market. After all, if cloud gaming takes off, how many consumers would default flock to Xbox Cloud's ecosystem if it was the only one they could play? Call of Duty. Content Call of Duty content. The cloud allows UK gamers to avoid buying expensive gaming consoles and PCs and gives them much more flexibility. Allowing Microsoft to take such a strong position in the cloud gaming market just as it begins to grow rapidly would risk the undermining innovations that is crucial to the development of these opportunities.
Here's my question. This is the UK. Why can't Microsoft and Blizzard? Well, we're gonna be done with this topic because we already moved past it. But they should just. I've seen them do it like with different types of things before, but just be like, hey, Microsoft bought Blizzard everywhere except for the UK. And they're just recognized as their own company in the UK. That'd just be hilarious.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, but that would be funny. Just
What?
Xbox UK only.
Yes. And now it is time for our true favorite segment of the podcast. It is Mad Libs.
Mad Libs.
So, we're going to pull out the Mad Libs for today. And we're going to find one that we don't think we've done, like, a whole lot in before.
Right.
So, try to see which ones you recognize and which ones you don't. And then we will pick from that list. Looks like that's going to be all the Mad Libs.
See, the two that come to my mind instantly are the top right one and the big book, because we never really go into the big book.
We've had a couple episodes where we do like 10 from this book.
Yeah.
We still have a lot left. So yeah. So do you want to do the big book?
Sure.
And do you want to do like how we did last week, where we do we change Mad Libs format, where we both there's more evidence on the top page, because we do them half on the bottom, half on the top.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we can do that.
But we can go back and forth with the reading if you want. But okay. All right. Where's my pen? Here it is. We're gonna go with a noun.
A tree.
Plural noun. So I'm going to say imposters from Among Us. I have to write all that down. A place.
China.
Noun, I'm gonna go with toe hair. Plural noun.
Crumbs.
Plural noun, I'm gonna go with tigers. Foreign country.
Iraq.
Noun, I'm going to go with pipe wrench. Adjective,
Bloody.
person in room, male. I am going to say Eric Cartman. Celebrity male. Eric.
We're gonna go with Gilbert Godfrey.
Celebrity male. I'm gonna go with James Charles. Verb ending in ing.
Verb.
Yes.
Tasting.
Celebrity male. I'm gonna go with Steve Harvey. Plural noun.
I'm gonna say ropes. Es regnet. Es regnet. Wie Altmann ist nordisch.
And then I'm celebrity female. I am going to go with Lizzo. A typical history test. Instructions. When the tree rings, unfold your papers and answer the following imposters from among us. Number 1. What general... Oh, here, you can give answers too if you want. What general won the Battle of China? Try to answer as accurately as humanly
The
possible.
Battle of China. That's
Yes.
a very, well, I'd say probably every other country in the world.
I'm gonna go with...
The Huns, probably. I'll go with the Huns.
Okay, I'm gonna go with their current dictator,
Oh, yeah.
Winnie the Pooh. Our podcast is now banned in China. Okay. Number 2. Which American towhare said, "Give me liberty or give me crumbs"?
I feel really bad about. You know how much of a history, American history. Is it Samuel Adams? It's Sam Adams, right?
He said...
Or is it no Rob? No.
He said, "Give me liberty or give me death." He
Yeah.
did not say, "Give me liberty or give me crumbs."
You said it.
Okay, that's... Yeah,
That's factual.
that's true. I'm gonna go with either Joe Biden or Theo Vaughn. Number 3. Who was the first president of the United Tigers of Iraq?
I'm gonna have to go with everyone's. I'm gonna have to go with Osama bin Laden.
Was Saddam Hussein?
I have no.
I don't know.
Is he a
anyone.
basketball player?
I don't know. I think he's like a terrorist, but anyways, number 4.
We're gonna have to talk a lot louder now.
Oh, it's not too terribly bad, but yeah, it's definitely picking up. Sorry about the bad quality. We have a condenser microphone, so the rain is going to be picked up as background noise. I guess it'll help you sleep now. Our podcast will help you fall asleep.
It's the sound of the war zone happening outside.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like that's what's happening. Number 4. Why did Benjamin Franklin fly a pipe wrench during a thunderstorm?
Probably because he's a moron.
I mean, I feel like this falls into the exact same answer as the original
Yeah.
question. He was just trying to test electricity because pipe wrenches probably are conductive to
I
electricity.
don't think they'd fly on a kite though.
That's true.
That's why I said he was stupid.
Yeah. Number 5. Who made who made the first bloody flag?
I'm gonna have to go with whoever did the first war. So I guess I don't know.
Probably George Washington.
Is this American history specifically?
I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't know, like Moses or some shit.
Okay. That's fine. Well, we kind of did this in a bad way. I didn't look at the full thing because we actually have answers here.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go back and read all of the questions again with the correct answers.
gotcha.
What general won the Battle of China? The answer was Eric Cartman. Which American towhare said, "Give me liberty or give me crumbs"? And that... Shoot, I have to like hold my spot here. That was Gilbert Gottfried when he was executed by James Charles. Oh, sorry. So, hold on. I'm going to start over because I'm doing terrible right now. My reading is terrible. Who was the first... Or, which American towhare said, "Give me liberty or give me death"? It was Gilbert Gottfried when he was executed by James Charles for tasting. Next question was, who was the first president of the United Tigers of Iraq? The correct answer was Steve Harvey. Number 4. Why did Benjamin Franklin fly a pipe wrench during a thunderstorm? The answer was he was discovering ropes. And 5. Who made the first bloody flag? The correct answer was Lizzo. Alright, maybe you can do a better job at reading than I did. Oh yeah, you pick. I don't know why I always do that.
I just do those.
But you can just pick. Pen. Here you go.
Adjective.
I'm gonna say shiny.
Person in the room, female. No one. Because we don't get. I'm gonna say the fridge magnet.
Okay. That's a good answer. We bought, or we inherited.
Can we name her
this mini
Janet?
fridge.
Fridge magnet Janet?
No. That's a terrible name. Janet is a terrible name for any female ever.
What about Marge?
That's also terrible.
What about Wilma?
No. You're picking terrible names. What about, like... What about Reagan?
Ronald Reagan.
You can call her Ronald Reagan. I'll call her just Reagan.
Verb ending in ing.
Pooping. But
Occupation, we're gonna go with.
I was telling a story.
Go with
The fridge magnet, we inherited this mini fridge, and it had this fridge magnet, one of those like put the clothes on the. This sounds weird, but we kept it on there, and we threw away all the other clothes because it was taking up too much space on the fridge.
Yeah.
But we inherited it, and she's on our fridge now, so. It's your turn, I think.
I said occupation, mall Santa,
Okay.
celebrity female.
Celebrity female, I'm gonna go with Miley Cyrus.
Person in the room, male, we're gonna go with Saltine.
Okay.
Celebrity male, we're gonna go with Chimichanga.
That's
no, I'm
me.
just kidding.
Celebrity male, I'm gonna go with Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
He's a male and he's a celebrity.
Person in room. Oh, me. Me. Chimichanga. Verb ending in ing.
I'm gonna go with fasting. As in, like, abstaining from food.
Gotcha.
Fasting.
Plural noun, we're gonna go with rubber duckies. Noun.
I'm gonna go with pot pie.
Person in room, Charlie.
Okay.
Okay, future professions.
Scooch closer or
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Future professions. We have all taken an aptitude test and put the results in a shiny computer. It predicts the fridge magnet Reagan's has a lot of talent for pooping. She will probably become a famous mall Santa, like Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
Saltine will become a second Scooby-Doo. Saltine will become a second Scooby-Doo. On the other hand, Chimichanga should take up fasting and get a job at handling rubber duckies.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be either a fireman, a doctor, or a pot pie.
Oh, yes! My dream.
In the
being
meantime,
filled with chicken and gravy.
in the meantime, I'm modeling myself after my hero, Charlie.
Oh. God, you know that's your hero. Alright.
That was the actual last ending. That was the last line of it. That was
But I'm sure it
yeah.
was.
My
I didn't doubt you.
I can't go back. What was it? It was on the other hand, Chimichanga should take up fasting and go get a job handling rubber duckies.
That's so great.
Rubber
Alright.
duckies
Let's go with
are the one.
a person.
I'm gonna go with Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq. Plural noun, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with multiple used rubbers. Adjective.
Smelly.
Now you're thinking with your head.
Yeah.
Noun. No offense. I'm gonna say that came out bad. I'm gonna say a roof climber. We all know what that means. Anyways, adjective.
Hairy.
Okay. Plural noun, I'm gonna go with truck balls.
Oh yeah. Trucksticles.
Yeah. Adjective.
Why do I keep getting adjectives?
I don't know.
Hard.
Good one. Noun, I'm gonna go with a bloody apron.
This better not be another fucking adjective.
Adjective.
Wet, moist.
I thought wet was pretty good, but moist. Moist is also good. Noun, I'm gonna go with polyvinyl chloride. Also known as PVC. Musical instrument.
A cello.
Worst instrument you could have picked. I'm kidding. Of course. I admire people who play the cello.
I don't.
Number, I'm gonna go with 3 million and 1.9.
Oh yeah.
Adjective.
Dead. That is good enough describing word for you.
Yeah. Let me put a little skull emoji next to it. Okay. Noun, I'm gonna go with a sleepwalker. Eric, a noun.
I'm gonna go with Will Ferrell's Red Plebes.
Okay. Can't believe I'm gonna say this on Twitch, but concert program. This evening, the famous orchestra conductor Shaquille O'Neal,
Hey, we went and saw that concert.
will present a program of classical used rubbers at the Smelly Music Center. He will conduct the Smelly Symphony Orchestra, which is noted for its excellent string and roof climber wind sections. Considered by many... Hold on. I messed something up. As I always do. Let's try this one more time. This evening, the famous orchestra conductor Shaquille O'Neal will present a program of classical used rubbers at the Smelly Music Center. He will conduct the Roof Climber Symphony Orchestra, which is noted for its excellent string and hairy wind sections. Considered by many truck balls to be the world's most hard ensemble. The program will begin with Debussy's
What?
Claire de Bloody Apron, followed by Mendelssohn's Moist Song, and Strauss's Tales of the Vienna Polyvinyl Chloride. Then we will hear Ramachow's cello concerto number 3,001,9, but only the dead movements. After intermission, the second half of the program will be devoted to a playing in its entirety of Beethoven's Fifth Sleepwalker. Tickets are on sale now at Will Ferrell's Red Pubes office. See? I know it's not pronounced like that, but I had to say it. It's supposed to be Claire de Lune. Yeah. They're talking about famous orchestra pieces, but we just
destroyed it.
Destroyed it. I like the fact that we got to hear Ramachow's cello concerto number 3,001,9. Like, he had a lot of concerts.
He's just sitting there
a lot of songs that he made. Yeah.
Do you think that the guy just sits there and plays piano, and then occasionally people turn the recording off and turn it back on? That's how they get all of them? Real. What does the time look like?
Hour. So we gotta correct down, because I have 2 more topics, and then our closers. But this is a topic that I want to talk about. As I said last week, we have one topic where we just talk about something. So this week's topic that I want to talk about. Do you know how many vans there are? Like, there's a minivan, and a service van, and a custom service van, and a custom retail van. Like, think about it. Like, think of a car, right? You've got like a sedan, and then like a sports car, and then like like there's like legitimate subclasses. But like vans, there's just a million. Like there's work vans, there's
and
like
they're usually just different shapes.
8-door vans,
Yeah.
box vans, box vans. Like
Right here we got a
We have-
triangle van. All right.
And right, like, here's the thing. Here's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Those are all legitimately classified as different vans.
Yeah.
But cars, on the other hand, only have a few different classifications. Like
Sedan.
your car is
A
like
sedan.
a sedan.
Yeah.
Mine is a hatchback or a I can't remember. I think it's a hatchback.
Yeah.
But like there's only like 8 or 9 different types of cars. But there's like hundreds of vans. There's so many. Why? Like and here's the thing. These aren't just like, you know, we're talking, oh, the Acura and the Civic are different, you know?
Yeah.
That's not
We're
the
talking
type of
about
classifications
body
we're
model.
making. Because these service vans also have names to them. They also have makes and models.
Yeah.
They have like, you know, Honda CRV Bridgeline something, you know? I don't know. But like, you can, I don't know what you want to consider them, but on the trucks at work, they say van on them. They don't say truck, they say van. Now you can consider them a truck, and you can take that out. But at the same time, like, wow. They all have different purposes too. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like they all do the same thing. Like it's not like, you know, if you get a sedan and a hatchback, you know, they're basically the same car. The hatchback's just bigger back end than a front end.
Yeah.
Like in terms of height. But like
Your car still
the
has
difference
less
between
storage room than
the difference between well,
It's got nice
it's
body
debated.
room. It's got good body
it's
room.
debated because I can put the back seats down.
Yeah, and put mine down too, and then take the panel out.
Oh. Well, then yes, but there's like 8 people vans.
Yeah.
There's like, I don't think they're legitimately a different classification, but you have like the special needs vans with like the forklift on them, and they've got like the back doors and the side doors and stuff, and like wow. And I also think it's funny, like, cars are the only things that look different. So, like, pretty much, for the most part, most airplanes, especially commercial airplanes, they all look the same. Like, they have a front, they have a back, they have wings.
747s look like some.
Vans, they're basically the same thing. They all kind of look the same. Like, you can look at a van and say that's a van, right? But cars? Like, you can't tell me that a Honda Civic and a
Mini
Nissan Rogue look the same. You can't tell me that a Chevy Spark looks the same as a Mazda.
Your car don't look the same as any other car.
You can't tell me that a BMW i3 looks the same as a GMC Jimmy. Well, GMC Jimmy really isn't a car, but it's more of a truck.
It's a suburban style.
Yeah, but I think the Suburban's a model, though. I think one of the car companies owns that. I don't know.
Probably
But
hatchback.
I think it's literally classified as a truck. At least the 2004 ones that I had,
Yeah.
because it was registered as a truck. But like, they don't look remotely close, but everything else in our world pretty much looks the same as each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could name like 20 vans off the top of my head. I'm not gonna do it, but I could probably do it if I sat there and thought hard enough. Like, there's a lot. But that's that. That was our topic on vans. Do you have anything to say about vans? You've been oddly quiet.
I like shoes.
No, not that. We're talking about
I
car
know.
vehicles.
I know. We're good.
I'm just playing that way, but we're talking about vehicles, Eric. Only vehicles. Ever.
I turned my water bottle dumb.
Okay.
I'm making it shorter.
But what about vans?
I don't really have an opinion on vans. I mean, all I know is vans suck to drive.
Depends.
In my opinion, I feel like they're too big. They're too high off the ground. I want a low rider. That's just slow ride.
I guess. So, we have not released any new music, but you guys should go check us out. As always, you can go to 33 of them on YouTube and SoundCloud. We're going to be releasing a great new song in these next couple days called Your OG. So you guys should go check it out. Hope to see you guys watching and liking our music.
Or else.
He's the threat guy. I don't really threaten any of you guys, but...
Told you it's all scripted.
So, Google Street View, they're actually ending. I think they're ending it soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Google Street View. I always remember back in high school, sometimes in middle school, we learned about Google Street View, and we learned that if you got on your Chromebook and went to Google Maps, you could drop your little guy and look at pictures. And sometimes there was whole YouTube videos devoted on like cats that they caught on Google Street View, or like the one bridge that had a bunch of red stuff on it that nobody could verify was whether it was blood or paint.
Oh yeah.
And they say it's paint.
Spider-Man.
Nobody knows because it's just a Google picture.
There's Spider-Man one. There's one where there's this guy who dressed up as Spider-Man and waited for the the truck to come by, and he was on the roof or something like this, looking down.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that we've seen. Well, there's also like people who are literally dedicated to just finding those, just like there is for everything else in our world. But you know, there's a couple people that just place their guy down and take a look around and they see what they can find. Well, they found something, and up to now it's either been like, oh, mysterious, whoa, 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 or it's been hilarious, like pictures of cats. I remember this one picture of a cat where you'd plop down right next to this little street, and you would turn the camera, and there would be this cat like sniffing the camera, and his face was in like a fisheye lens type thing, and it was really funny, and everyone loved it. They always have these funny things. People like to, like you said, go out on the street and troll and do crazy things and get on their tricycles.
In L.A. or some, some people recreated GTA scenes.
Oh yeah.
So like there was like the one where the loading screen where it's all them around the car, like a bunch of guys went around dressed up like the ballas and stood
That's
next
cool.
to their car. Yeah.
So like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this time, the tables have turned.
And you find a body.
Looks like the Street View car was involved in a little bit of an accident. A cache of photos has been shared on Reddit documenting what appears to be a hit-and-run traffic crash. So you can literally see the Google Street View, right? He's going, you can see like it's on the top of the car, and one picture shows the motorcycle pulling out right in front of the Google Street View car. And then there's a picture showing the Google Street View car just plowing into this motorcycle.
Jesus.
And then there's pictures of the
him
motorcycle
driving away.
behind. Yeah. Like behind. Because, they take pictures like every 250 feet or something like that. So they take a picture and you can like see it all happening. And since then, Google has blurred the picture. You can no longer see it on Google Street View. But it's hilarious. Like, it's not actually hilarious because we don't know if the guy's okay or not. He probably is. But it's just one of those things, like, that is so funny. And the fact that someone found it, like, and just, it's like in the middle of nowhere, I think. I don't actually have a place of where it was found at, but it was very funny to say the least. But, okay. So, like we said at the beginning, we are trying to we're going to at least try to make the YouTube end more structured towards having a set schedule. So it'll hopefully be out every Monday. Sometimes we have to edit, but most of the times we don't. So I have to edit this week's episode, which is why it's been delayed. But, yeah. I have to edit this week's video. It should have been out on Monday, but it should have been out Wednesday. But, anyways, we are happy to continue doing the podcast, even if it's to no viewers. Yeah, the warning sign.
This one?
Yeah, that's it. But,
Jesus.
I mean, they weren't going at a high rate of speed.
Yeah, but you watched the guy roll over the car. It wasn't you could tell it wasn't fast, but the dude just...
It was obviously like, the dude like probably innocently like got in the way or something and just like rolled over and was like, oh, I'm fine now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But like I was saying, we're gonna try to get on the YouTube as a consistent schedule, and then next week we will have WWE content. It should be released either tomorrow or the next day or Monday. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know when my reminder's set for. I think it's set for Saturday. But we have enjoyed the birthdays. It's been fun. And we're one year closer to death and not paying as much taxes. So, but if you guys want to stay in contact, we have the 33 of them official Twitter page, which is never used ever. We have the 33 of them official TikTok page. We have the 33 of them SoundCloud, 33 of them YouTube. We have the Whahya TV YouTube, where our WWE content is posted. We have the Twitch here, where we do podcasts every single week. And we also do a stream of WWE or we do Whahya TV and WWE stream where we have now official commentary from both of us. So we'll see how that goes, but it'll be exciting, and yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Whahya TV. I don't know. Whahya TV. Where we talk about whatever we want. We'll be back next week. It was a little bit of a shorter episode today, but hopefully we'll have more topics for next week. It's been kind of a slow week in terms of news. But we'll see you guys next week, hopefully around the same time. And have a good week, everyone.